Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my playthrough of Pillars of Eternity. We are about to head up to the Nest, wherein I hear a dragon lairs. Since last episode I've gone up and healed everybody, so I should be good to go on this. A winding stair hugs the cliffside, providing an impressive view as you work your way higher and higher. Not too far along the path, however, you find your progress interrupted. A large boulder appears to have fallen onto the road from somewhere up above, and it now sits squarely in your way. The boulder is nearly flush with the cliff face, preventing you from passing by on that side. Along the edge of the cliff, however, there is a narrow space, just wide enough to follow across to the other side. The boulder's landing has crushed the steps beneath it, however. Can I push it out of the way? Who will clear the way? Eder! Eder heaves at the boulder, and after a few difficult moments, it starts sliding and rolling haltingly across the cracked steps, then plunges over the side and away. You hear the echoing clatter of the rocks tumbling down the side of the cliff. The sound seems to stir something overhead. A shadow crosses the path, quick as lightning, and vanishes before you can catch a glimpse of what has cast it. But you do see the rapidly growing silhouettes of several more rocks flung down at you from above. Scrambling to action, the party ducks under the small, rocky protrusion along the cliff face, but Sagani stumbles and is left just short of shelter. A sudden hailstorm of fist-sized rocks and scattered debris rains down upon them. Battered and bruised, Sagani leaps the final distance to safety. After a short while, the thundering rumble of falling stones fades away. And that is why I love this particular game. Your ordeal past, you continue your climb, and the rest of the journey proceeds without incident. At last, you find yourself at the base of a final, twisting set of steps, above which you can see the towering pillars of Hylia's Nest. I don't even know if it's gonna be a combat. It might just be an encounter that I can quickly talk my way through. Hey. Confront the beasts in Hylia's temple. Well, it's a small area, that's for sure. And Sagani has a concussion and bruised ribs. Ouch. Do I have anything that can heal injuries? I don't think I do. I think if I get injured, I'm just shit out of luck. Oh well. Sagani's a ranged person anyway. Let's go ahead and quick save now that we're up here.
And what does the
go search mode. Try and find our way up. And this might be the wrong way. Oh well. Does this winding path continue upward? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. This is it. This is as far as it goes. Alright, go back the other way. So, this is kind of where the shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm gonna have Eder eat his meal. Everybody else should be good to go. Wait. And since Sagani's down, I'll have her eat her meal, too.
Hey. On the hunt.
And this is where I come up to the temple to confront the beasts. Man, this is kind of creepy and kind of nerve-wracking because I know there's a dragon around here. Oh! Sweet. Whoa! That is certainly not a drake.
Beast. Think we can slay it?
And I hope we can. As you reach the summit of the mountain, a gust of wind stirs the air. You hear a noise like the snapping of sails, and the sky is briefly blotted out. A dragon lands before you, shaking the ground beneath your feet. It draws itself up to its full height and spreads its wings, barring your passage. Its neck, Its back and the ridge of its spine are covered with magnificent plumage. It hisses at you, and while the sound is unlike any language you've ever heard, the beast's meaning is utterly clear.
Invading my nest, threatening my hatchling. You shall feed my young.
A small worm crouches in a corner of the temple behind the dragon. Be careful, Watcher. Her mind is on edge, not with hunger, but with fear. There's little more dangerous than a mother defending her offspring. You have young here?
My last hatchling to the death, and that death will be yours, rodent.
Hylia is the goddess of motherhood, actually.
And of the sky and all winged creatures. Even my kind know of her.
Alright, is that why you came here?
I came to care for my remaining hatchling. My kind requires territory. Few places are safe for our young. This is a lesson that cost me the rest of my brood.
Alright, supposedly I've got to clear this temple to get people up here, but I feel kind of... As much as I've been itching for this dragon fight, I feel almost like I should let her stay. Then you should stay. Raising your offspring here would honor Hylia.
Go then, and with my thanks.
Truly, you're full of surprises and rare insights. So I didn't get a dragon fight here. I'm almost tempted to, like, provoke her. Just so I can get my dragon fight. I don't know. Should I provoke her to get a dragon fight? I think I'm going to go back to the temple. Wait a minute. Let's see. Nest above the clouds. Hopefully the goddess will understand my perspective. I can pray to her at Tir Evron. So you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell the temple people that they are what's known as shit out of luck. And then I'm going to go pray in the temple and hope I didn't fuck up too bad. Or should I just go to the temple? I think I'm going to go to Elm's Reach and do my 2 or 3 turn. I think 2 turn-ins. I was really pushing for that dragon fight, but like I'm torn. Now, if I go to Hylia and she refuses my blessing, then I'm going to reload the game and fight that. As much as it pains me to do so. But I think I did the right thing there. Plus, if she just arrived, then she probably doesn't have that much treasure. So, anyway. Let's go up to the temple then. Alright, pray to Rimgrund. You pray again, and the vision of the white plain emerges. The driving wind returns in a chaos of whirling snow. Something moves at the center of the blizzard, plotting but relentless. As the snowstorm gets closer, you see an aurochs, as colossal and slow as a glacier. Its shaggy white hair is matted with frost, but beneath it, ribs like a ship's frame protrude. Visible puffs of air issue from Sagani's gaping mouth. It's the beast of winter. A man, emaciated and almost naked, huddles at the beast's legs. His body is scored with lash marks, and his nose and ears have been carved from his face. His black eyes pierce the white out. The aurochs stops and stands before you, enveloping in the violent blizzard that surrounds it. Though its mouth does not move, the beast speaks in a deep, thunderous voice.
A clan of Glamfelin ventured from the White-Fat Wens to find the crack in the ice. When you sealed it, you damned their souls to a slow weathering here, one they had sought to escape.
Their souls will eventually break down.
Entropy is not the sudden, violent combustion of heat and flame. It is a slow progression. Fragment by fragment, the elements wear even the mountains to dust.
Okay, these are the evil gods. The world shudders beneath you, and a great crack echoes across the white expanse. The ice splits at your feet, waves lapping
The
through the
Watcher
rift.
seeks something long lost. What is it you search for?
Thalos Ix Arcanon, the man responsible for my current plight.
Yet there is a greater plot at work here, Watcher. Theos acts not for himself. He is the Burned Queen's quiet slave, a master of secrets and schemes.
I have no idea who the Burned Queen is.
Theos is a winter gale, unseen by the world even while he carves and shapes it. Woodica directs
Woodica.
him, sending him to wipe her enemies from Aora.
And Animancy as well. He would see those secrets lost, the knowledge forgotten.
And he would see his mistress grow fat on the essence of thousands. For her, he has harvested the unborn souls of the Deerwood.
This is interesting. What does Woodica want with those
To
souls?
consume them, to collect her evaporating power, rebuilding what the turning ages have stripped from her.
She would reclaim her status like an island of silt dredged from the sea.
With this fresh, raw essence, Woodica will seize power over those gods and kith who have refused to acknowledge her authority, the ultimate act of vengeance.
That's interesting. The grieving mother's eyes burn. Are the gods no better than kith? Plots and schemes, they consume the innocent and feed them to the powerful, a never satisfied hunger. Why does Theos
He
hate
believes that
Animancy?
some knowledge is best lost to mortals.
More importantly, Woodica despises it, and he yields to the will of the exiled queen in all things.
What now?
Theos has removed these souls from the cycle. They are ice melting in the sun. Let them fade.
Well, that's not
Let them forget
cool.
this world and be forgotten by it.
Take the souls she so desires and grind them into dust. Let her see her careful schemes thoroughly ruined.
Interesting. That last one sounded a little nastier than the other two. Yeah, they're all like...
It is the destiny of all things to crumble and join the chaos that follows this world. Some seek it willingly, as you have seen.
To mingle, roiled and stirred by the tides of the universe. It is not an unkind fate.
Why do you oppose
She
Woodica?
desires to order chaos and shackle the agents of change in the world. Under her, all things would remain static and frozen according to her laws.
That's odd.
Even now, she only barely keeps the pact of the gods to leave the affairs of kith in mortal hands. She moves in Theos where she cannot move directly.
Well, sounds like
And
I've
so
definitely
we
got to
call
stop
on you
her.
to do the same. Such are the schemes of the queen that was.
I'll seek Theos and Sun and
When
Shadow.
you reach the burial isle, we will send lost souls to guide you through the pit. This is our gift to you. What you do after you face Theos will be your choice, but we would have you set the stolen essence adrift.
And whether you would heed us or no, understand that our end comes to all things eventually. Help us achieve it, and we shall reward you now with the power to rival Theos's.
But do not choose
That-
lightly. We forget nothing, least of all a betrayal.
Is interesting. I would hear what the other gods have to
Do
say
not wait
first.
forever. We wait, but Theos does not.
Alright. Rimmergrand continues toward you, swallowing you in a blinding, deafening snowstorm. You experience a dizzying, exhilarating disorientation, oblivious to the landscape around you and even the reality of your own body. You hear a noise that could be the shrieking winds or Skane's screeching cackle, and then it recedes with everything else. Rimmergrand reappears in the distance, trudging away from you, and the whiteout follows him. As the vision of snow fades, it leaves in its wake the flagstones of Tir Evron. Alright, so those are like the chaotic gods. mostly evil gods. Let's see what Hylia has to offer. No, I don't want to talk to Gallowayne. Which one's Hylia? There we go, we hit this down here. You stand once more before the shrine of Hylia. You kneel. While you pray, you feel the space around your body shift and melt, and you find yourself in a vision of the mountaintop temple. Yet you see neither worshippers nor a dragon, but a tree. Its limbs wrap around the perimeter of the temple, tapering into twigs and branches of all sizes and angles. They seem too long and too numerous to be held up by the meager trunk, but they hold steady in the breeze. A single sparrow lands on the nearest branch. It watches you. I seek an audience with Hylia. Whistle to the bird. You whistle the first tune that pops into your head. The sparrow blinks its beady eyes and hops closer to you along the branch. It bobs its tiny head and opens its beak, and the rich, trilling melody that spills forth is the song of a chorus of birds. A massive flock descends with a thundering of wings and whooping, screeching, chirping calls. They fill the boughs of the trees by the thousands, birds of every shape, size, and color, nestling next to one another. A breeze ripples through the air, the limbs sway, creaking with a strange, gentle rhythm. A few hundred of the birds flit from their branches, forming a brilliantly variegated flock in front of the tree. As they meet and swoop in unison, you catch a glimpse of someone looking back at you, cloaked by the flurry of feathers. Watcher, I believe we stand in the legendary court of birds. I feel a presence, warmth, and hope.
You journeyed to my temple and found the dragon. Yet instead of driving it off, you allowed it to stay. The songs of my faithful will never again fill the nest, and the beast and her young will slaughter many to feed their hunger.
The dragon sought shelter for her young. Are you not also the goddess of motherhood?
And even in a creature so fierce you find tenderness. Your heart is compassionate, Watcher. Your soul is perceptive. There is something else I would ask of you.
I already know that Thalos Ix Arcanon has gone to Sun and Shadow to strengthen Vodica with thousands of souls. The birds return to the tree and nestle amongst their peers. The breeze ripples through the branches again, carrying the goddess's voice.
Then you have earned the favor of another. But stopping Theos will not heal the deer wood. You must guide the trapped souls back to the bodies they were stolen from. Hollow-born children whose eyes have never seen the sun.
And this sounds like the good choice. The grieving mother claps her hands once, setting off the music of the chimes. After long years, let their wounds be healed, their tears dried. No voiceover? No voiceover? Okay. You could restore them, give their families hymns of joy after years of lament. Peace and restoration give purpose to suffering. There is no meaning, no redemption in pain that does not lead to fulfillment. Symmetry demands that great rejoicing follow suffering such as this. I'm not sure that it's possible to truly undo the harm Thalos has caused. Surely those wounds can heal, or don't you think the long absences could be overcome? Perhaps the years cannot be forgotten, and for some, perhaps it is already too late. But if you could restore even one soul, kindle one spark of life, raise one voice in joy, it would be worth it. Thank you, Hylia. I will continue to Sun and Shadow.
When you reach the burial isle, you will find souls there that I have granted reprieve for their sins. I give these to you, for only they can bear you to safety on your journey down. And when you face Theos and the rotting fruits of his endeavors, remember the conversation we have had. In that moment you will have power rivaling a god's. And after it, you will live in the world that you have chosen. Choose restoration, Watcher. Return the souls to the bodies they were stolen from. Swear to me that you will do this, and I shall give you power to make even Woodica quake. I can be merciful and terrible, Watcher.
Watcher, this is the hope I have held to, that the children of Deerwood might be restored, their families healed. Let us bring Hylia's restoration to this country. I think that's the option I'm going to take. Yeah, I swear to return the souls to the children. And I shall remember. The dark wings snap shut, and the tiny sparrow flits to your shoulder. It tilts its head back and opens its beak, and the song that spills forth is like nothing you've ever heard. Melodies, at once mournful and beautiful, entrance you. The world becomes a place of pure sound and color. Each perfect moment follows the next like the lines of a poem or the bar of a song. And I was granted Hylia's boon. You awaken, as if from a dream, standing in Tir Evron. Hylia's song and the power of her blessing follows you still. And I think that all I have left to do is to descend the pit into the burial isle. Of course, and explore the burial isle. Let's see what is Hylia's boon. +1 lore, +1 perception. Alright.
Hey.
Quest completed. The nest above the clouds. I feel like I never got Nalrin the Wise. Okay, that's odd. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the Temple of Hylia first, that's over in Old Song, and see if they have anything to say about the fact that I just let a fucking dragon take over their their temple. I'm gonna tell them, sorry. I honestly wanted to fight her. I wanted to potentially get my ass kicked. But I decided she had, offspring, so, Hylia, goddess of motherhood, you see where I'm coming from, right? You don't want me to fight that dragon. And we'll see what they have to say about that. Totally not an excuse. Totally not an excuse. Let's go over to Old Song. Old Song District. Ah, shit!
Stop right there.
Hey.
These are ghosts.
You're in the wrong city, Inquisitor. Did you think you wouldn't be recognized here in your old home? I've seen your trials with my own eyes.
What? You're stopping there? I have seen you light pyres with good people tied to them. People I'd known many a year. They deserve your confession.
Suros, what are you doing?
Startled, the soldier releases you immediately and turns to face the speaker. A woman in a plain wool tunic, fully a head shorter than he, but somehow seeming to tower over him. You have seen this woman's face before, but from afar, bloodied and burned as she lay stretched across an iron wheel. At the moment, it is marked only with concern.
An assassin sent by the Inquisition, my lady, daring to approach our camp.
If he is so poor an assassin as to approach an armed guard in daylight, I should have nothing to fear. I would hear what this man has to say.
Surely this is some trick of my mind. I did not expect to see you again.
Okay, I'm just going to tell her the truth. Grand Inquisitor Theos Aknon has dispatched me here to spy on you. Are things as desperate as that over there? I'd never have known. I hope your next assignment is more stimulating. Listening to my lectures is dull work for a spy. I hope there might be another reason, but you are here, and that is good enough on its own. Whatever your reasons, I've missed you over all these years. Having you here now, at a time when I'm surrounded by strangers, is a wonderful gift.
I would like for you to stay here, in our camp, as my guest.
My lady Ivara, I beg of you. This is an Inquisitor. This is a desperate attempt on your life. The only way it can succeed is if you allow it to.
This is a missionary, same as I was. Taught the wrong things as I was. If I can't have faith in one man's ability to reason, once he knows the truth, what hope do we have?
Okay. You know, and the thing that sucks is that this is all in the past, so technically speaking, you should not be able to actually change it.
My lady, he admits being a spy.
That should make him less of a threat, wouldn't you agree? I have nothing to hide. All I see here is an opportunity to persuade someone who could help us. We have many former missionaries here. They are our most loyal, our most helpful. Many have died for us. These are not people we should be turning away. And if the Inquisition wants my life, they can have it. But they know as well as I do that my cause will not die with me.
See, no matter whether my past self killed her or not, thousands of years have passed, so she's still already dead.
We have much to talk about.
And that was that. Okay, well now I'm off to Old Song District again.
Always assumed Glonfathens preferred traditional weaponry. Yet you seem uneasy with the bow.
Okay.
Oh, I was a great shot when I had 2 eyes.
Hey.
I'm much worse now. It's hard for me to judge distances.
Well, you have the luxury of being able to catch dinner without the need of a bow.
Exactly. Why aren't more women complimenting me on that?
Of course.
That is funny. I like that Orlin. He's really amusing. Okay. Oh, we gotta talk to these people. This is the Temple of Hylia.
Relax, Anuin. I'm sure he meant nothing by it. Forgive my consort. She's been rather excitable of late. This is not, as you seem to recognize, our actual temple. It's merely a shrine we've set up after the business with the dragon. Why, she's the goddess of song, art, the sky, and maternity. She's gentle,
I'll let him do
and
a spiel.
brilliant, speaking to her followers in dreams, inspiration, and birdsong. It is said that she wears a cloak adorned with a feather from every bird known to kith or wilder, and that she manifests in the flocks themselves.
Aye, and in the screams of childbearing, which I can assure you is not so beauteous a thing.
This is true, which is why midwives are widely considered clergy of Hylia, as are many artists and poets.
Okay.
In any case, those of us who follow her feel closest to her splendor in a place where we might share light, song, and a view of the blessed sky.
Alright, well these guys don't seem to have... Yeah, they don't have anything. I think they just kind of recognize the fact that I fucked them over. So, I think with that, I'm going to call it here, and we will go onto Burial Isle in the next episode. For now, this has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity. If you like what you've seen, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.